بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أهلا بكم في حلقة جديدة وفيديو جديد لقناتنا English for Arabs. النهاردة إن شاء الله بإذن الله هناخد نص الوحدة الثانية interchange2 unit 2 part 1 first edition. هم أول 3 صفحات. الفيديو هيتكون أول جزء معاني الكلمات، تاني جزء شرح وإجابة الأسئلة مع listening. أما الجزء الثالث هيكون عبارة عن باوربوينت للكاونت ناون والنون كاونت ناون اللي هو بالبريتش كاونتبل ناون وان كاونتبل ناون، الأسماء التي تعد والأسماء التي لا تعد. خلي بالنا إن أول اكسرسايز في الكتاب هنا في كتاب المعاني في الكلمات ديت هيكون كلمات كتيرة جدا، لكن الكلمات ديت انت مش مطالب بحفظها. عبارة عن compound noun اللي انا عامل اسم مركب، فيبقى فيه اختيارات كتيرة جدا، فبس اخد فكرة تقراهم قراية تبدأ تحفظ من نمبر 2. قلنا هنا ان النمبر ده رقم الاكسرسايز نمبر. الافضل طبعا ان الطلبة لو كلمة هو عارفها خلاص ما يحفظهاش، لو كلمة جديدة عليه هي بس اللي يبدأ يحفظها، ولازم يحفظ الكلمات معناها بالانجليش قبل ما يبدأ الوحدة. Unit 2 Caught in the rush catch 1 catch coat rush hour subway station subway entrance subway stop subway sign G silent subway sign traffic lights stop light subway sign G silent traffic lane A as I sound lane traffic lane traffic jam bicycle lane bicycle stand stop sign G silent parking entrance parking sign G silent parking space street light street lamp news stand a table used as a small shop for selling newspapers. A table used as a small shop for selling newspapers. Also can say a small shop for selling newspapers. Newsstand, a small shop for selling newspapers. Shop, British, American, shop, O as a sound. Taxi sign, taxi lane, taxi stand. Police. This word police not police. خلي بالنا الكلمة دي نطقها police in English British و American مش police. Police, policeman, policewoman, police officer, police station, police car, police dog, police force, telephone call, telephone book, telephone directory. Telephone answering machine, a machine that takes phone messages. Telephone message, telephone booth, telephone receiver, the part of the telephone that you hold on your ear and mouth. Telephone pole, a tall wooden pole to which telephone wires are fixed. Fire alarm, firearm, fighter T soft D. British firefighter, American fireman, fire extinguisher, firecracker, firework, fire station, fire engine, fire truck, fire escape, fireplace, fireworks, fire department, fire drill, the set of actions to leave a building on fire. The set of actions to leave a building on fire. On, British, American, on. Train station, train vessel, T silent, H silent. H, T are silent letters. Train schedule. 2. Perspectives. Thoughts. British thoughts. American thoughts. OSA. Countable nouns. Nouns that have plural with S. Uncountable nouns. Nouns that don't have plural form. Example, too much traffic. A lot of traffic. Highway. A public road that joins cities. A public road that joins cities. Motorway. Motor. Motor, American British motor. Motorway. Freeway. Four. Motorist. Motorist, American motorist, T sub D. British motorist. A person who drives a car. Windscreen, British. Windshield, American. The window at the front of a car. Truck. The window at the front of a car. Facilities for pedestrians. Facilities for walkers. Facilities, the buildings and services. Facilities, the buildings and services. Pedestrian, walker. Adopt. Adopt. Adopted. Adopted. 5. Average. Usual. Ordinary. American ordinary. British ordinary. 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 British. American ordinary. 6. Editor. Editor or editor. A person who is in charge of newspaper or magazine. A person who is in charge of a newspaper or magazine, to whom it may concern. Subway. Underground. Subway. Underground. 7. Dog walker. Dog, O-A. British dog. American dog. Walker. Walker. British. American walker. Walker. W-A as walker. But in British في اللكنة البريطانية نقول ايه walker. Walker. British dog walker. American dog walker. Pet. Pet sitter. British. American pet sitter. Sitter. Sitter, T soft D between two vowels. Pet sitter, a person who looks after pets. A person who looks after pets. Thanks God. That's the end of the vocab book, Unit 2, Part 1. Unit 2. Caught in the rush. Caught in, T sub D. Caught in the rush. The rush, like rush hour. Word power, compound nouns. Match the words in column A and columns A and B to make compound nouns. More than one answer may be possible. Possible, British, American, possible. Subway, plus, station, subway, and station, subway station, subway station. This is a compound noun, subway station. A noun plus a noun equals compound noun. A noun and another noun, a compound noun. A, word from A, a noun from A, a noun from B, you make compound noun. Example, look at picture number 1. Someone is waiting for the taxi. This is taxi stand. A taxi stand. Taxi, noun, stand, a stand, another noun. We have a compound noun, a taxi stand. Bicycle, a bicycle, bike. Lane, this is lane. A bicycle lane. A bicycle lane. A bicycle. A bicycle lane. Lane, road. Road for taxis, cars, bicycles, lorries, buses. So, bicycle lane. 1 minute, try to match A and B. Okay? One, bicycle. Bicycle, bicycle lane. This one, a bicycle lane. Bicycle, bicycle stand. Bicycle lane, bicycle stand. Bus. Bus, bus lane. Bus, bus stop. Bus system. Bus station. Bus lane, bus station, bus stop, bus system. News. News stand. News, news stand. Parking. Parking. Parking garage. Parking space. Parking garage, parking space. Street. Street light. Street light. Subway. Subway station. Subway stop. Stop, American, British stop. Subway system. Taxi. Taxi lane. Taxi stand. Taxi lane. Taxi stand. Traffic. Traffic jam. Traffic light. Traffic jam. Traffic light. Train. Train station. Train stop. Train system. Train station. Train stop. Train system. Number B. Pair work. Which of these things can you find where you live? There's a bus system here. Yes, there are. There are also a lot of traffic jams. So here, you try to make sentences, use compound nouns like traffic jams, bus stop for making conversation. Example. I live in Ramses. There is train station in Ramses. There is taxi stand in التحرير. There is news stand next to the station. Exercise number 2. Perspectives. Transportation services. A. Listen to these comments about transportation services. Comments or British comments. Comments, in American, we can make the T silent if I have N before T. Comments or comments. So, picture number 1. Cars, buses. This is called double-decker. Means bus. A bicycle. There is no lane for the bicycle. Let's start to listen.
2. Caught in the rush. Page 8. Exercise 2. Perspectives. Transportation services. Part A. Listen to these comments about transportation services.
I think there are too many cars on the road. All the cars, taxis, and buses make it really dangerous for bicycles. There is too much traffic.
What about the buses? They are old, slow, and cause too much pollution. I think there should be less pollution in the city.
There should be fewer cars, but I think that the biggest problem is parking. There just isn't enough parking.
So, what is the first problem? The first problem, I think there are too many cars on the road. There are too many cars. The road is crowded. All the cars, taxis and buses make it really dangerous for bicycles. So it's dangerous for bicycles because there isn't a bicycle lane. There's too much traffic. So the problem here, there's too much traffic. Picture number 2, a lot of smoke, pollution, it's polluted, a lot of people, it's crowded. What about the buses? They're old, slow, and cause too much pollution. So buses are old, slow, and cause too much pollution. I think there should be less pollution in the city. I think we shouldn't have a lot of pollution. We should have less cars and more new buses. Picture number 3, look at the pictures. A lot of cars, and the cars are stopped, go, return 2 directions. So this is the problem of parking. There should be fewer cars, but I think that the biggest problem is parking. Parking is the biggest problem. There just isn't enough parking. There isn't enough parking. Look at these comments. Which statements do you agree with? Do you have these problems in your city or your town or the area that you are living in? Yes. In Cairo is too crowded. We have a lot of buses, cars. So there is too much traffic in Cairo. Because there is too much traffic, there is too much pollution. In the city, in Cairo, there is too much pollution. And parking is not easy. But we made a multi-story in Tahrir Square. The Tahrir Square, there is a multi-story garage for a lot of cars to solve the problem of traffic and parking. To solve the problem of parking. Exercise number 3. Grammar focus. Adverbs of quantity. In this exercise, we'll have count nouns, countable nouns, non-count nouns, uncountable nouns. Nouns that I can count 1, 2, 3, 4. Nouns that I cannot count. I can't say 1, 2, 3, 4.
Page 9. Exercise 3. Grammar focus. Adverbs of quantity. With count nouns.
There are too many cars.
There should be fewer cars.
We need more subway lines.
There aren't enough buses.
With non-count nouns.
There is too much traffic.
There should be less pollution.
We need more public transportation.
There isn't enough parking.
Adverbs of quantity. With count nouns. Count nouns, countable nouns. Countable nouns, cars, buses, box, American, computers, televisions, pens, pencils, rulers. All of these words are count nouns. Count nouns, countable nouns. Nouns I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4. With count nouns, we have different adverbs of quantity, like many, too many, few, fewer, more, enough. Example: there are too many cars. There are many cars. There are too many cars. There should be few cars. There should be fewer cars. We need more subway lines. There aren't enough buses. After these adverbs like many, too many, few, fewer, more, enough, we have count nouns: cars, buses, televisions, mobiles, streets. There are, there should be, we need more, there aren't enough, plus count nouns: cars, mobiles, buses, subway lines, lanes. With non-count noun. Non-count nouns, uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns, nouns that I cannot count. I can't say 1, 2, 3, 4. No. These nouns are non-count nouns. Example for non-count nouns: water, oil, sugar, traffic, pollution, public transportation, parking. Non-count nouns or uncountable nouns I can't count. Can you count water, oil? We use with non-count nouns a liter of, a kilogram of. Example: there's too much. We use adverbs like there is much, there is too much. Less, less, more, enough, plus non-count noun: traffic, pollution, public transportation, parking. With non-count nouns, we use the verb, and the verb must be singular. There is. We need. There isn't. There is. There isn't. Why? Because we say water is, oil is, wheat is wheat. We make bread from. Count nouns and non-count nouns. British countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns and uncountable nouns. What does this mean? Count nouns. Count nouns or countable nouns. Count nouns, nouns that I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can count 1, 2, 3, 4. Count nouns have plural forms with s. The count nouns we add s, es, ies most of times. Like a car, 2 cars, so s. A bus, 3 buses, es. A book, 5 books. British, a book, 5 books. A computer, 8 computers. A computer, 8 computers. British computer. American, a computer. T soft D between two vowels. R double R. A room, 4 rooms. So count nouns, I can count 1, 2, 3, and the noun I can put S. It has plural. 2, 3, 4, 5. For count nouns, we have adverbs of quantity. Adverbs. An adverb, like Ahmad walks quickly with ly. So the adverb describes the verb. No, we are not talking about this. We talk about adverbs of quantity. quantity amount أحوال الكميات الكمية مش الحال اللي يبين ازاي الفعل حصل لا. Adverbs of quantity many, too many, few, fewer, more, enough. More and enough used with count and non-count nouns. More and enough. So we say there are, there aren't, there should be, we need. Plus adverb of quantity. Many, too many, few, fewer, more, enough. Plus a count noun. Count noun, countable noun. Trains, subway lines, buses, cars, chairs, box, American box, British box. Examples: there are many trains. There are too many buses. There are too many cars. There should be few chairs. We need more box. We need enough subway lines. We need enough subway lines. So you can make different senses. Use there are, there aren't, there should be, we need, many, too many, few, fewer, more, enough, plus a count noun. Non-count nouns, uncountable nouns. Nouns that I can't count. I can't say 1, 2, 3, 4. No. This is non-count nouns. Nouns that I can't count. Examples: water. Can you count water? 1 drop of water, 2 drops of water? No. Pollution. Traffic. Parking. Wheat. Wheat, we use wheat to make bread, rice, oil, milk. Of course we can't. So non-count nouns I can't count. Can we say water, 2 waters, 3 waters, 1 rice, 5 rices, 79? No. Because non-count nouns or uncountable nouns singular are singular. Singular is, parking is, water is, oil is, rice is, pollution is. Parking is, water is, oil is, rice is, pollution is. So I write is. Water is pure. Water is potable. Rice is good. Rice is wonderful. Pollution is bad. Adverbs of quantity with non-count nouns, with uncountable nouns. With uncountable nouns, you can use there is, there isn't, there should be, we need. This is the beginning, the subject, and the verb. Adverb of quantity. Quantity, much, too much, little, less. Less means too little. More, enough. More and enough, we use them with count or non-count nouns. Plus, a non-count noun, water, sugar, oil, rice, parking, pollution. There isn't. There is much water in Egypt. There isn't. There isn't enough parking. There should be. There should be more water. There should be more sugar. We need little oil in the kitchen. There isn't much pollution. There isn't much pollution. There should be. There should be enough parking. We need more money. We need more money. Money, take care. We need more money. Money is count nouns. When I say 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, I count the pounds. But money, general words, non-count. Uncountable noun. Okay, so if you said I have 5 pounds, this is countable. Pounds, countable. Dollars, countable. But money, general word, non-countable. Public transportation. Public transportation, non-count nouns. But we count buses, trains, cars, subway lines. But public transportation, in general, non-count noun. Public transportation is. So public transportation in Egypt is good. A. Complete the statements about transportation problems, then compare with a partner. More than one answer may be possible. So here in this exercise, we'll have different sentences and you should use you should complete them. You should use like few, fewer, more, enough, too much, too many, many. Adverbs of quantity. 1. There are police officers. So I can say there aren't enough police officers, or there are too few police officers. 2. There should be cars in the city. There should be fewer cars in the city. Fewer. 3. There isn't enough public transportation. Or there is too little public transportation. Little. 4. The government needs to build more highways. More highways. 5. Noise, non-count noun. There should be less noise. Less. 6. We should have more public parking garages. More public parking garages. 7. There is too much air pollution in the city. There is too much air pollution in the city. Too much. 8. There are too many cars parked on the street. There are too many cars parked on the street. On, British American, on. Again the answers. Number 1, not enough. Too few or too few. 2, fewer. 3. Not enough. Too little. 4. More. 5. Less. 6. More. 7. Too much. 8. Too many. Number B. Group works. Group work: write sentences about the city or town you're living in, then compare with others. In this exercise, you're gonna write different statements, different sentences about your city. You complete. The city should provide more. The city should provide more public transportation. We have too many. We have too many cars. Too many, count nouns. We have too many cars. We have too many buses. There is too much. There is too much traffic. There is too much pollution. There isn't enough. There isn't enough. There isn't enough parking. There isn't enough water. There isn't enough sugar in the kitchen. There isn't enough sugar in the kitchen. There should be fewer. Fewer plus count noun. There should be fewer cars in the city. We don't have enough. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough public transportation. We don't have enough. We don't have enough time. We don't have enough oil in the kitchen. We don't have enough. We don't have enough buses in the streets. Seven. There should be less. There should be less noise. There should be less noise. There should be less pollution. We need more. We need more cars. We need more buses. We need more water. We need more money. We need more. We need more plus count or uncount noun, any noun. Exercise number 4, listening. Exercise number 4, listening. The listening is too fast. It's about Singapore, listening, Singapore solves it. Listen to someone talk about how Singapore has tried to solve its traffic problems. Check true or false. This question about Singapore and Singapore has solved the problem of traffic. Let's start to listen.
Page 9. Exercise 4. Listening. Singapore solves it. Part A. Listen to someone talk about how Singapore has tried to solve its traffic problems. Check true or false for each statement.
Quite a number of things have been done to help solve traffic problems in Singapore. For example, motorists must buy a special pass if they want to drive into the downtown business district. They can go into the business district only if they have the pass displayed on their windshield. Another thing Singapore has done is to make it more difficult to buy cars. People have to apply for a certificate if they want to buy a car, and the number of certificates is limited. Not everyone can get one. There is also a high tax on cars, so it costs 3 or 4 times as much to buy a car in Singapore as it does in, say, the United States or Canada. The other thing Singapore has done is to build an excellent public transportation system. Their subway system is one of the best in the world, and there is also a very good taxi and bus system.
Page 9. Exercise 4. Part B.
Listen again.
Listen to someone talk about how Singapore has tried to solve its traffic problems. Check true or false for each statement.
Quite a number of things have been done to help solve traffic problems in Singapore. For example, motorists must buy a special pass if they want to drive into the downtown business district. They can go into the business district only if they have the pass displayed on their windshield. Another thing Singapore has done is to make it more difficult to buy cars. People have to apply for a certificate if they want to buy a car, and the number of certificates is limited. Not everyone can get one. There is also a high tax on cars, so it costs 3 or 4 times as much to buy a car in Singapore as it does in, say, the United States or Canada. The other thing Singapore has done is to build an excellent public transportation system. Their subway system is one of the best in the world, and there is also a very good taxi and bus system.
Page 9.
Let's answer the questions. 1. Check true or false for each statement. For each sentence, write true or false, right or wrong. 1. Motorists are never allowed to drive into the business district. Motorists, what do you mean motorists? Anyone who rides a car, a motorbike, a lorry, a truck. Anyone who drives a vehicle. Motorists are never allowed to drive in the business district. This is 1. False. False. Wrong. Corrected. Motorists are allowed to drive into the business district if they have a special pass. If they have a special pass. A special permission to drive in the business district, in the business area like downtown. 2. People need a certificate to buy a car. 2. True. People need a certificate to buy a car. 3. Cars cost more than in the United States or Canada. True. Cars cost more than in the USA or Canada, maybe 3 times or 4 times. Cars cost more than in the United States or Canada. 4. Public transportation still needs to be improved. The public transportation, the system of buses, subway lines need to be improved? No, false. So number 4, false, wrong. Corrected. Public transportation in Singapore is excellent. Public transportation in Singapore is excellent. Number 4, false. Correction. Public transportation in Singapore is excellent. The answers again. Number 1, false. 2, true. 3, true. 4, false. Corrections of wrong sentences. Correction of false sentences. 1. Motorists are allowed to drive into the business district if they have a special pass. 4. Wrong. False. Correction. Public transportation in Singapore is excellent. C. Class activity. Could the solutions adopted in Singapore work in your city or town? Why or why not? The solutions in Singapore, can we apply them in Egypt, in Cairo? Yes, we can. We try to apply some of them. We have train stations and we have subway lines, new subway lines, like from Shobra, El Munib line, this is Giza line. Another one from العباسية to Cairo airport line. These are new lines in Egypt for the subway lines. So we have 4 lines in Egypt. Exercise number 5, discussion. You be the judge. Which of these A. Group work. Which of these transportation services are available in your city or town? Which of these services exist in your city or town? Discuss what's good and bad about each one. Discuss what's good or what's bad about every transportation service. Then, in number B, you give excellent, good, average, needs improvement, terrible. You choose terrible, 1, needs improvement, 2, average, usual, okay, 3, good, 4, excellent, 5. Taxi service. In Egypt, the taxi service, terrible or needs improvement or average? Average. 3, average, because we have now the white taxi, yes. Number 2, we have Uber and Krim, or Krim and Uber service. The bus system. The bus system in Egypt, 2, needs improvement. The subway system, average. The subway system, 3, average. Subway, the underground. 4. The train system. The train system, 3, average, usual. Facilities for pedestrians, walker, people who walk on the street. This is number 1, terrible, a little bit. Parking. For parking, 3, average. Because we have in Tahrir now multiple story garage. So numbers, parking, average, 3. Exercise number 6. Exercise number 6, writing a letter to the editor. You will write a letter to someone, to the journalist. Read this article to newspaper editor about traffic problems in the city. So you stress in the background about traffic problems in the city. So this is a letter in a newspaper, and you send it to the journalist, and the journalist publishes it. To whom it may concern, to the responsible. There is too much traffic in the city, and it's getting worse, too bad. A few years ago, it took me 10 minutes to get downtown. To go to downtown, it took 10 minutes. Now, it takes more than 30 minutes during the rush hour. So, in the rush hour, we took about 30 minutes, half an hour. Here are my suggestions to solve some of our traffic problems. To solve the traffic problems, these are the solutions. First of all, there should be more subway lines. I think people want to use public transportation, but we need more. I think people want to use public transportation, buses, trains, subway lines, but we need more blah blah blah. Exercise number 6. This is going to be a homework. You will write a letter to any journalist, to anyone in English about any problem you have in the city. In Cairo, in Mecca, in Jeddah, in Riyadh. Maybe it's a problem of transportation, pollution, health problem. Any problem, write the problem and write the solution. Write suggestions to solve the problem. Try to help the responsible people. Try to help the ministers or the persons to solve the problem. Exercise number 7. Snapshot. Look at the picture here. What do you see? Car, buildings, skyscrapers. Common questions asked by visitors to a city. Some visitors, some tourists come to visit your country, come to visit Egypt. They come to visit Cairo, Khan al-Khalili, Sharm el-Sheikh, Hurghada, Luxor, Aswan, Alexandria, Marsa Matruh, Marsa Alam. Some tourists come to visit Egypt. They ask some questions. You try to answer the questions. How much do caps cost? Cap, take care. We have cap, cups. Okay? Cap means taxi. Cab, taxi. A car for transporting people. Taxi. Cabs, taxis. Cup, C-O-P-S. I'm gonna call the cups. I'm gonna call the cops. The cops. The policemen. Cops, policemen. Cabs, this one, taxes. We won the World Cup in football. Cup, C-U-P. A prize. This is a prize. Like gold cup. الكاس. 2. Where can I get a map? If I wanna get a map about Cairo, get a T sub D. Where can I get a map? If I wanna get a map about Cairo, what could I do? You can use GPS in your mobiles. Where can I rent a cell phone? Where can I rent a mobile? Cell phone, cell, E-A in American, cell phone. British, mobile, cell phone. Cell phone, rent, hire. You don't need to rent a cell phone. You don't need to hire a cell phone. You can buy one for $20 only. $20 you can get a mobile. Where can I walk my dog? Where can I take my dog and walk it for having fun? You can walk your dog in the park, in gardens, in the street. You can walk your dog in the street. Which hotel is closest to the airport? Which hotel is closest to the airport? There are different hotels that are close to the airport. Mozambique is the closest to the airport. Where is the best place to meet friends? You can meet your friends in cafes, Costa cafes, Beans cafes, الفيشاوي cafe. What's an expensive way to sightsee? Inexpensive, not expensive. IN, not expensive, cheap. What's a cheap way to sightsee, to go sightseeing. You can go to Khan al-Khalil. You can go to museums. What should I go shopping? Where? Where should I go shopping? You should go shopping in different places. If you like malls, you can go to the Mall of Arabia, City Star Mall, Carrefour, Metro Markets. If you like to buy souvenirs, you can go to Khan al-Khalili. What are some interesting stores? Interesting? E silent. Stores, shops. There are a lot of interesting stores in Egypt. You will find a lot of interesting stores in malls. What museums should I see? In Egypt, there are different museums. You should see the Egyptian Museum. You should see the Coptic Museum, the Islamic Museum, the Military Museum, the Agriculture Museum. Luxor is an open museum. That's the end of Unit 2, Interchange 2, Unit 2, Part 1. Homework. Number 1. Writing. Write a letter to the editor about a problem in your city or town. Write a letter to the journalist about a problem you have. Number 2. In the workbook, answer the first 3 pages. Workbook, Unit 2, answer the first 3 pages. For every unit we have 6 pages. Answer the first 3 pages. Number 3. Go to www.cambridge.org/interchange arcade. I'm going to write it for you. www.cambridge.org/interchange arcade/ Interchange2, Unit 2. You will find wonderful games for words and grammar. 4. Watch the video. Interchange2, Unit 2 video. Wish you all good luck. Please like, subscribe, and share. انشر الخير لتؤجر. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and don't forget to subscribe. شكرا للمشاهدة. من فضلك اشترك في القناة لتصلك آخر إصداراتنا.